Greetings, everyone. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Let me just adjust this a little bit. There. That looks about right. I am doing, oh boy, and I don't know how to pronounce the name, and I don't want to mess it up, but I will put the link to this tag that I am doing below the video. It's a Kwanzaa tag. I can tell you that. I can pronounce Kwanzaa. And there's 7 questions. I haven't drawn the cards yet. I thought I'd do it all live for a change and then sit with the cards afterwards. But it's about community and most of the questions have to do with community. So I decided to go back to my first tarot, and it will always be dear to me. Or my second tarot. I can't remember if the hanson-Robert deck came first or if it was the Native American tarot that came first. But anyway, the hanson-Robert says it was, the book anyway, was first published in 1989. Let me see. Well, I'm shuffling here, and then I'll read out the questions. That's the book. This was my book for a long time. It's put out by U.S. Games. Copyright is 1988. Excuse me. Copyright 1988 by Laura Carlson. I can't believe I got it that far back, but that is a possibility. So anyway, the questions are, there's 7 questions, and like I said, it's the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, and this was from a book. And well, you'll have to watch the woman that originated the tag, by Queen Oyasgirl. Okay, so the first question is, what binds me to my community? The second question is self-determination. How do I define myself? And these are all the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. Collective work and responsibility. How well do I work with others? The 4th question is cooperative economics. How can I support my community financially? What? My cards are jumping all over the place. I don't. I'm trying to get you shuffled good because you are all in one. Cooperative elements. Okay. How can I support my community financially? I said that already. Purpose. What is my goal? Creativity. What can I make better in my life? And the 7th one is faith. What do I believe in? And I thought there's very similar to the Xmas spread that I did. So please subscribe to my video. And while I'm finishing shuffling, I wanted to remind you, January 1st, coming up quick, I am drawing 4 free readings for the community. Please, 4 full readings, 7 card spreads. It will either be in a live video or written out the way that I do them, written out with a photograph of the layout. You may, whoever wins may decide how they would like to, if they want it publicly or privately. So, 4 free videos. Please put in the comments below you would like a reading. And please subscribe to my channel. Okay. Constructive silence. Cards are telling me they are ready. What binds me to my community? And just what binds me? Oh boy. Oh, I did not expect that, people. The devil. Well, if we look at it in the positive light, I am binded to this community. I'm going to say through divinity. Pagans, we don't really believe in the devil. We believe, and my belief is the devil is something inside of us. And it's when we allow the outside to influence us that we are not taking control ourselves. So to me, the devil can be that outside that is not being, I don't know. Any suggestions out there? What you think about me getting the devil off my back? I feel like it's a positive thing, but I do feel like it's a double-edged sword because it is taking a lot of my time. But this is what I want to be into now, is the tarot. Perhaps it's maybe I don't feel like I have the freedom to spend the time I really want to spend with the community. Maybe I feel I'm not spending enough time. Wow, I am really not sure on that one. I understand the card, but I am not sure in this reading. Boy, let's move on to question number 2. And we'll put that right there. How do I define myself? Yeah. Well, this can make more sense. As somebody that leaves, I probably am guilty of leaving a good situation. All the cups are full, and I probably will walk away. Or that, I would say, that's my inner fear, that I will walk away from something good. That makes more sense if I look at it in my self-determination. I'm afraid this is what will happen. That is kind of like my fear. Because things just don't seem to stick around for me, or something happens that I'm like, this is more trouble than it's worth, and I'm not going to hang around when things are not going the way I think they should be going. So that's my inner fear. I knew it might be a little heady with me. How well do I work with others? Well, this is no surprise. Oh, judgment. Oh, that's, wow. Well, you could say I could be judgmental when I work with others. I have high expectations, I think. I do. When I work with other people, I expect truthfulness and I expect honesty. I would rather somebody tell me the worst thing in the world than keep it from me. I want to know up front what's going on. I do not like behind the scenes talk. I do not like being untruthful. If there is something that needs to be spoken, please speak your truth. Then I will work great with you. If you are completely honest with me, if you don't do anything behind my back that affects me, then I can work really great with you. That's how I would say that. Fourth one, how can I support my community financially? Well, as I said in one of my other videos, I have a lot of abundance, but I don't have a lot of cash flow. So the Hierophant is my card for this year. So that tells me that I have some wisdom to share with everyone. And so that's how I can support the community. It may not be in the greenback sense, but in the sense of the wisdom I have learned over my 55 years, this is what I can share. I can share my knowledge, and in that way I will enrich my community. Okay, let's go on. What is my goal? Oh my goodness. I guess my goal is to be tied up. Well, let's look at it in the other way. What is my goal? My goal is to be free of bondage, and that is the absolute truth, because right now in my life, I really feel restricted. I will be honest, I am with my mother. She's 85 years old, and roles are changing. She needs more of my attention. She don't need me hovering over her 24/7 or anything like that. Praise the Lord right now. Praise the Goddess. But I do have to be more diligent and more attentive to what's going on with her. I need to make sure that, she's doing her exercises. I need to make sure that she's taking care of herself, that she's eating, things like that. She's very independent, so she doesn't like it when I mention things. So I feel really restrictive right now, and I feel restricted in this house because it needs such a good cleaning, and hopefully that will happen over the next coming months. That will rid me of a lot of the restrictions that I have, because it's hard to move around a house that has a lot of clutter. The best way to... I won't go into detail here. That's kind of personal. Okay. What can I make better in my life? Oh boy, these cards are just slinging right at me. Seven of Swords. What can I make better in my life? I think I need to change my perception. Right, I'm just talking about my burdens. We got another air sign, so that tells me that those burdens are really mental, more than they are on the physical plane. So I really need to change my mind and really realize that things are not as difficult as I think they are, because we can get caught up in overthinking things. So the question was, how can I make my life better? By releasing all those swords. I don't need to carry all that. And what do I believe in? I'm almost afraid to look. Six of Swords. Well, at least I believe in movement, right? Overcoming obstacles, right? Oh boy, yes. That I can overcome all these obstacles that are mentally, and there are physically. There's definitely physical obstacles in my way, but all obstacles can be overcome with the right mental attitude. And it makes me think of the crest in one of my Scottish families, which is fortitude. With fortitude, makes me think of the Ace of Swords, is with good mental fortitude, anything can be overcome, because that's where we construct everything in our mind. So all we need to do is reconstruct, rethink, redo. So that is my Kwanzaa spread, people, and I think it was a good kick in the butt for me. I really do. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you soon. Over and